Oh, TK, you don't know what you're talking about. They're not shutting down CARB. What are you saying? Nobody said that. Well, you're retarded because it ain't just me. Every Mopar site, every Ford site, industry experts, they're now all saying the same thing that I've been saying for months, weeks, that CARB is done. And there's a reason why CARB is done. The poll numbers are clear. Bianco is probably going to be the next governor of California unless some drastic scandal breaks between now and November. And he's made it clear and has now clarified, as media have asked him the question multiple times, if he would completely shut down CARB. And, well, he said yes. Roll the intro. What's up, guys? Got to take a quick break here to talk about one of our great sponsors. So I got to ask, quick question. Do you know every single website that has your personal information on it? I didn't either. Turns out there are entire companies called data brokers whose whole job is collecting and selling details about you. Your name, your phone number, old addresses, even family connections. They pull all this stuff from public records, social media, and all sorts of random websites to build detailed profiles on people. I actually got tired of it. They can use it to, when they have your personal information, they can use it to actually open accounts and do all kinds of other stuff. So I tried Delete Me. Here's how they work. They go out and they find these sketchy broker sites where all your information is listed. Then they contact those sites to get your personal information removed. But it doesn't stop just there. New info can pop up all the time, so Delete Me keeps monitoring for you and keeps all of those listings off. It's like having a personal team fighting to keep your information private without you having to do all the legwork or contacting all of these websites yourself. You can literally watch the list of sites with my information and how it all shrank and was AKA deleted. Some of these sites I didn't even know existed. In full transparency, this video is actually sponsored by Delete Me. I use it myself and I'm sticking with it. It's made a real difference in how much of my personal info is floating around online. If that sounds like something you want, if you don't want all your personal information all over the friggin' internet, see it here at the bottom here. So be joindeleteme.com/TK Garage and get 20% off your plan. It's that simple. Got to give a major shout out to our sponsors, Delete Me, man. We totally appreciate them for being a regular monthly sponsor. But yeah, these are from industry experts, and it says right here, with CARB most likely being shut down, when can California residents install aftermarket parts on our trucks? Now, full disclosure, this specific website, which I'm also not going to promote them, was also one of the websites that was like, no, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Nothing like that's going to happen. That's all bullshit. Blah, 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 blah. CARB isn't going anywhere. What is he talking about? And then now everybody's like, wait, maybe he's right. Maybe, because the candidate that's leading, the candidate that's most likely to win as the next governor, has said on day one, he disbands the California Air Resource Board. So, and it's not just that. You can even see the comments too. Like one of the comments in here, with the EPA taking over with all the emission standards and pretty much eliminating CARB, I want to know if anyone had an inclination when we on the West Coast can start using parts that aren't CARB approved. Well, here's the thing. This is the other thing that happens, not just on smog checks, because guess what else happens day one when Bianco becomes your governor in California? Smog checks are gone. They're dead. See ya. No more. That means you don't have to pay hundreds of dollars every year for a friggin' smog check. Not just that, but you now, if you want to put, a cold air intake on your vehicle, it's not a huge modification. It's basic stuff, right? Now you want to put a cold air intake on your vehicle. Maybe you want to get a high flow catalytic converter. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you want to get a custom exhaust. You don't have to worry about not just the smog part, but now you don't have to get CARB approved parts. You don't have to get CARB approved brake pads because that was coming. And now you don't have to mess around and be like, oh, well, I have to get smogged every year. Or maybe if I put a custom exhaust on my car, I'm going to get state refed. Not anymore. Not anymore at all. That's over. Done. See ya. It is a complete and utter wrap. There is no more of that. According to what this gentleman has said, Sheriff Bianco said, if I become the next governor, I end this stuff on day one. He's clarified it now with the media twice. He did his own statement on it because people were asking and posted it on social media. I've run that whole statement in full, as well as what he said about the DMV. I mean, just electing this guy as your governor, if he does just that and does nothing else, instantly saves every family, saves individuals in California almost $2,000, and will save every family $4,000 to $6,000, depending on how many cars you have in your family. It is an absolute no-brainer. But, we've learned this lesson before. People in California don't always vote with their wallets, and unfortunately, you have a large segment of the population that either votes that doesn't exist, shouldn't vote, or, yeah. But that could all also be changing here really soon because the federal government is going through budget reconciliation. They're not going to try to pass the SAVE Act just straight up. They're just going to attach it to TSA funding and run it through budget reconciliation, which is also going to pass the Diesel Truck Liberation Act, which would effectively completely change the Clean Air Act, where it doesn't matter what the California Air Resource Board does or if they get disbanded or not by Bianco, because they'd no longer have the authority or the statute to enforce anything. It'd be gone. So there's lots of positive things on the horizon. That's the biggest thing about today's video. Not a super long video, but I thought it was funny. I think it's funny when I start seeing websites that were saying, oh, this is never going to happen. Nothing's ever going to change. Remember all these jackasses on you? Nothing's ever going to change. I don't care what these people on YouTube say. I only do facts. Nothing's going to change. It's also, I don't even want to, oh man, I think it's fucking hilarious. I'm sorry. I think it's funny. I shouldn't take that much pleasure in watching people be like, yeah, I was wrong. Or go back and they either delete articles or delete comments that they've made because they're like, ah, shit, this dude was right. Damn. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I got a separate story later I'll be talking about on Auto Intel Daily. I actually got an email in from one of the senior staff members at the California Air Resource Board, basically laying down how everybody feels in there now, knowing that their jobs are effectively gone. I know I shouldn't laugh, but it's petty. I shouldn't laugh, but anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Be sure to give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And look, just keep thinking positive, man. It's amazing what can happen in just a year with the right people in office. And it's amazing what happens when dumbasses that are in office continue to make the wrong decisions and they get somebody else that's completely against what they're doing, leading in the polls and possibly being the next governor. I can't wait to see it. I'm excited. I don't live in California, but I'm excited for you guys. Anyways, until next time, thank you guys very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. And as always, stay petty, my friends.